Hey guys, how's it going? tmanplays here with another Warno ranked game for you today. Uh, Go ahead and apologize a little under the weather at the moment, but trying to pump out some more content for you guys. Uh, we're gonna have another seventh Panzer game against a pretty decent player in Spartacus with the fifth French. And at the start, we're kind of sectioning off our forces a good bit here. We only have the command tanks in this deck, so starting with two of those to go ahead and capture some of these zones. Going ahead, sending a fair amount of stuff over to this left-hand side. Got some infantry. It's going to hold this little zone here. Small little detachment, just with kind of all the essentials to hold this corner. As first bit of action going to come on the left here with our special off player engaging some of the infantry that he's gotten into our left side point here in Echo. Going to go ahead and buy a helicopter in hopes that he doesn't really have any AA up yet. We do have the Shilka also to help cover. And since I am buying a helicopter, going to go ahead and get a Cube as well to help deal with some of that. Do get to unload our Pioneer Flamer and our two Shoots squads here, which should be enough to deal with the Dragon Para and the Claries. Conqueror's kind of having a rough time. Gonna go ahead and move around the SPW 70s to the far left, though, help with some fire support. Unfortunately, our mod shoots and misses. It's RPG shot on one of those AMX 10s. Would have been really nice to kill one of those off. I'm gonna try and chase him down anyways, and well, we got the command tank. It's gonna try and get away from those AMX 10s as well. So helicopter now shows up. It's gonna at least force those to pull back. Our command can try and get in. Can use the rockets here to help deal with all this infantry that he's gotten into our side. In the middle, still looking okay, just basically not really moving anything, focusing all my micro on this side for now to get rid of this infantry. We see the plane coming in, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and land our Mi-24D there, pick him up off the ground. Shilka gets in some damage there, and the Cube with its 9HE gets the final blow there, so very good kill on that Mirage. We still have the helicopter as well, still has plenty of rockets. I gotta start flying him around some more to deal some more damage to some of this infantry here. Gonna go ahead and pull back our command tank as well since we have control of this zone. While this is happening though, we see he hasn't really sent anything to the middle. We do capture it here. Still have a force over here that hasn't seen anything yet. We also have another Cube in the middle to kind of deny him of using heavy air against me. So far, all good. And we are fighting our way back on this left-hand side, getting some really nice kills. Just destroyed another one of his light AA pieces. We see some commandos here that are getting gunned down by these SPW 70s. And we're bringing in more infantry just to help secure this some more. Also spotted this AMX 10 trying to kind of run to my backline, so just chasing that down with one of my helicopters. It is protected by some Cube cover there as well. So his napalm gonna decide to go after my conquerors. We do get the hit with the Cube though. Shilka, unfortunately, doesn't get enough of a hit on that to get the final blow. Really bad there. Would have been nice to get one of those out of the game. And we see in the middle his AMX 10s kind of running through. Our command tank not really in a great spot here. Trying to just reverse him out of there, but we are going to get taken out by those. Trying to move the mod shoots in to deal with those AMX 10s, but they are going to get kind of lost here. You can see I'm bringing up a lot of reinforcements to basically protect this Cube. Unfortunately, though, one of the AMX 10s takes the ridge, and, well, that Cube going to go down there. So, one less Cube up. Now these planes can start flying around some more. He does evac the wrong way, though, so we get another shot with our Cube. Our Shilka can also get some damage here. And, well, this time, going to be enough with the Shilka Cube combo to get that one bit of damage against this plane. Here, you see he still has a fair bit of infantry, but we are slowly whittling this down with our two Shoots squads. Just going to go ahead and kind of just repair some of our weaker units here, though, and focus on kind of keeping all these AMX 10s out of my backline. Jaguar AT, unfortunately, going to hit my command tank there, but does go down to my Shilka Cube combo. You can see really how strong that combo is when you get the hit with the Cube. Planes generally go down to the Shilka in that case. Unfortunately, though, Shilka does get spotted by AMXB2. And, well, Matschützen no longer looking that good. So basically, we're just going to forfeit this side of the zone. I have pushed up my infantry to the edge of this area. Just kind of make sure I hold this. Although our command did go down to the AMX-10s. So we are going to need a new command vehicle. And that's why we have this T-55 AM2 heading towards the middle. So I still haven't seen anything on this right-hand side, and I know we put a lot of effort into capturing Echo. So eventually, I'm going to start kind of just putting some heavy pressure in the middle here, because I don't imagine that he would have a lot here. My helicopter, going to use it to scout over this right-hand side, see if he has any infantry here. If not, I can just go ahead and move these guys up to better positions, kind of take over this zone, leave him Echo, and then just contest the middle that way. See a VAB firing upon my Logi truck here, and my 24D, though, going to be able to deal with that. And, well, our SPW-70 over here shows us that, well, it's pretty clear. We don't really have to worry about getting anything up there, so I'm going to go ahead and start moving some of my infantry up to these buildings just to maintain control over this side of the objective as all these reinforcements arrive. More reinforcements in the form of another command tank for this right-hand side, because we saw he didn't have anything here. So you can also see I'm just repathing some of this infantry to go ahead and capture key areas here, just so that we go ahead and hold this. And I'm going to go ahead and land this helicopter, because I don't really have a Cube over here to help protect him. Only have the Shilka and then the one Cube on this far side. Did pull back my helicopter just to protect this road, make sure he's just not going to fast move down here. And I'm getting some recon just to go and kind of sit at the edge here, just to protect the Cube and see if he's going to venture out and actually attack this alpha point, see if we need to defend that. So we got our infantry up here now. We can move across our Conquerors and our Igla. We got some T-72s up kind of in the back of his zone. Moved in our command tank, which he doesn't have a CV in here currently, so we will eventually get a positive tick going again. And we're slowly kind of pushing out his infantry that was just kind of stuck in this back point. And I'm just expanding with the SPW-70s to see what else he may have here. We do see an AMX-10 come up, so immediately going to move up my T-72s. I was getting hit at max range there, get another max range hit. Unfortunately, can't counter that, so decide to smoke and then try to engage that again. Let's see, come around the side here. And, well, do take out the AMX. Helicopter nearly goes down there. But AMX kill is a good kill. His Mirage is going to make it out. Shilka not able to really do any damage there because of how fast this plane is. Shilka is also a bit underwhelming, but I find them with Cubes, they generally work out pretty well. But you can see he's just flying around, not getting hit by any of my Shilka there. T-72M showing off that accuracy by missing. You can see the range there. About 1,000 meters. At least able to stop. Logi moving up to repair the other one. At least somewhat got a roadblock here now. And we're just trying to kind of move this infantry to keep him from expanding through this side, which he's currently doing into the center point. But we do have it neutralized. We do have a little bit over a 100-point lead. So we are sitting in a good position. Trying to figure out where I want to place this Conquerors. I'm eventually going to move it up to this building. Just rerouting some infantry over to kind of help out this side a bit more. And our recon here has got this AMX-30 spotted, so I'm going to move back the Cube just a little bit so that when we fire, we don't just get hit by that AMX-30B. So I moved up my T-72M to do some damage to that infantry. Conqueror's just trying to get to this building to unload here. Haven't dealt with the Gazelle Hot yet, but the mod shoots I'm going to be able to deal with it. Just basically have this infantry blocking off this area so that it can't really stop my reinforcements from getting to the edge of his point. And you see I'm going to start moving across some of these T-72s just to kind of have a view on this hillside so that if anything comes down here, I can take it out. And we're moving over the recon just a bit more to get better vision over this side. Also have some more infantry coming up just to unload kind of back here. Make sure he's not running across infantry that'll kill this command tank because he is kind of defenseless at the moment. So still printing some more T-72s. You can see 3 more on the way. Infantry here now. Going to be able to spot some of his infantry, so going to quickly move over some fire support to help deal with these Grenadier Voltigeurs. Also had some infantry back here because I thought maybe he has something on this kind of ridge line, especially since he was pathing a bunch of units through here. So I'm just going to kind of run this infantry over to spot anything around here in case I need to maybe move a T-72 to help deal with this. But our Pioneer Flamer and our mod shoots are doing a good job of dealing with this infantry here. I see even more units pathing across the bridge. That's why it's pretty important to have the recon here to get some eyes on what is actually coming into my rear here. See, the Conqueror's now going to stop his reinforcements from really getting close to me. That's going to allow me to move up this T-72M just to kind of gun down these commandos out in the open. And we see AMX-30B2. Thankfully, going to get in range, and the mod shoots in are able to deal with that. So just going to keep these guys moving because he was attempting to kind of get my CV in the rear with that. I also have 2 more T-72Ms pathing up to the top here just to help this mod shoots in case we spot anything else. So another plane coming in. You can see right now I'm ordering my coup because I don't have one. Shilka going to try and do some damage there. Not really doing anything though. He was trying to napalm where he thought my command was. We do get an Igla hit though, so that's something. Gonna at least force that to repair for a while. And then another plane coming in, just a fighter, but we're not retaliating with our fighters of our own. Just gonna try and get up some more AA. We do see he's firing some type of Milan up here, so just gonna go ahead and move forward our Mi-24P, see if he brought up any AA. And once this spots everything, then we're going to move up our T-72Ms again. We do respond with some air of our own. Managed to take out that Mirage F1C because he was going in for my helicopter. And the mod shoots in, going to move across to these buildings just to help get rid of all this stuff. So just VABs, gonna go ahead and move back. The Logi that we captured, I'm gonna attempt to sell that after we get it to safety. Our Mi-24P here, doing a good job of dealing with this little TRM 2000s. Not really gonna be able to destroy my Mi-24P at close range like that. And we see I'm just kind of slowly working my way through all this area. To make sure that he's no longer in here. I also have my tanks kind of sitting at the top. Just that if he pulls up here, we're going to basically take him out. I'm also trying to get him to the edge here, just so that anything that comes down this road, I can start to hit. And we're moving in our helicopter just to steal some of the supplies here, so that we can have more air-to-ground rockets to destroy any infantry. Still have a really nice hold over this area, though. And we see some of his infantry now showing up. Gotta be careful with this T-72M. See, a rolling 3 just showed up. T-72, unfortunately, gonna show off some of that accuracy again and miss. These do have 55% accuracy when static. invisible Milan is going to hit me up, so I need some recon before I can really push in there. So slowly moving forward with my infantry, trying to get rid of all his infantry as soon as possible. And then pulling back my tank. But he does get a really good hit there with one of the voltigers. Thankfully, my helicopter has now been resupplied, though. And well, we're going to do a nice job of just getting rid of that infantry. Actually managed to save our T-72M there. So I'm just going to pull that back to repair. Have one of my MiG-23s flying. That was in kind of a screening for the bomber that's coming after to kill this infantry. Unfortunately, it does get tagged by a rolling 3. And, well, it does look like it's going to make it out at least. Really need to evac this MiG-23ML, though. I'm just focusing a lot on kind of making sure this helicopter stays alive. And, well, it's not good because now rolling 3 gets another shot on us. And it does take out the MiG-23 there. But since this rolling 3 spotted, you can see I'm now moving up the T-72 just to try and get a kill on this real quick and then pull back before we have to engage this Milan here. So I'm going to allow it to open up. Unfortunately, it does retreat that. And, well, take a real nasty hit there. Take a hit from the AMX-30B as well. With a destroyed engine, not really going to be able to do anything. And we get stunned again. Milan thankfully misses that time. But the AMX-30B not missing. And, well, he's out of range of my tank gun. Can't fire back at him, so he can just open up on me all day. Not really anything I can do with that T-72M. Just got to let him sit there as he doesn't have smoke either. So, very, very unfortunate engine destroy there. But it is what it is. On this side, he is pushing forward the commandos and the sappers flamers. I did push forward my T-72, however, I guess it took a side shot or something. Because commandos with the 15 pin shouldn't really have been able to kill a full HP T-72M. But you can just see the amount of damage he did to me, so he had to get a side shot or something. And, well, lose another T-72 there. But we do have a lot of infantry now in this like town area. So we are slowly kind of kicking him out of here, trying to figure out exactly where that CV went. But we are at a +2 since we fully control this at the moment. See, I'm just working my recon around before I can push up forward with these other 2 T-72s. Also utilizing this helicopter pretty well, just letting him fire rockets from afar. He can't really get in range to deal with that effectively. And we're just trying to pull back some of our infantry to get into buildings so that we can kind of better fight back some of his infantry. On the right-hand side, he hasn't really tried anything, so we just have a very standard defense here. All our resources basically being put into the center. More infantry showing up. Trying to save our helicopter from the rolling 2. Another plane for him coming in. Looks like it's another napalm. He does kind of destroy all these buildings in the flamer. But the Coupe, in combination with the MiG-23 and the Shilka, finally going to be enough to deal with that. And now this recon's pretty much given me a good line of sight over everything that he has here. So preparing to move these 2 T-72s forward to deal with that. As basically just waiting. He, for some reason, decided to move his P4. So I allow this guy to open up, and well, 2 T-72Ms going to be able to kill that AMX-30B. On the left-hand side, still just sitting here pretty complacent with what we have. No real reason to push back into here yet, as I am kind of having a good game in the middle. I need to keep putting the pressure on here. So another napalm plane going to come in. Deals with one of my squads of infantry there. Thankfully, not really too devastating. He does manage to kill my helicopter, though. Does make it out with the napalm, but the Mirage F1C not going to get so lucky there. And you can see now, I'm chasing out all his stuff in this corner of my zone by moving my recon around, moving my T-72Ms. I have more T-72Ms that I have in reserve now, running around with the BMP-1s just to see what else he has here. We see his command tank now, so I'm eventually going to shift my focus to that. I just want to make sure there's nothing else in this zone. Unfortunately, T-72M there, gonna miss the shot on his tank. Trying to deal with the AMX-30B2, get a nice hit in there. Just need one more of those, and we find it. Dead B2. Now we can kind of shift our attention to this AMX-30B2 here. More infantry just arrived, so this will help us kind of maintain control here. Also buying some more infantry, just in case he does happen to try and break through. You can see I'm moving forward my BMP-1s first, then following that up with the T-72Ms, but he is on the retreat. Also got some repairs going on this infantry in the back, which now I'm going to start moving forward again. I really should have pulled this guy back to repair here as a one-man team. Not really going to be able to do much. He was routed though, and I just forgot to basically repath him after he was damaged. So you can see I'm trying to repath him now, but unlikely that he's actually going to make it out there, and he does end up going down. So Gazelle Hot going to force me to retreat. Get a nasty side shot from a B2 there as well. Just going to allow him to basically kill these BMP-1s. Waste his Milan 2s on those. And we're just moving back these T-72Ms to basically heal at this logistics truck. So you can see I still have the 2 tanks here, which I'm now moving to the corner of the zone just to keep out any B2s from getting into my rear line. I just got a bunch of infantry here that I'm about to unload and attempt to push towards the back of the zone again. Try and kick out that CV, as we do have a nice, healthy point lead here. We still haven't seen anything on the side. The recon not being able to spot anything, so I'm not really bothering to defend this. I just want to keep up full pressure in the middle, as I'm not sending anything over here either. So whatever he sent over here, point-wise, is just kind of wasted at this point, because I'm not even bothering to attack that. Gazelle Hot. Find a nice hit on my T-72M. Just going to pull that back again. Prepare to hit our supply truck. No reason to lose that. Just trying to find the right moment to push. Moved up some infantry here. Moving forward with my BMP-1s to maybe take away some of these hot missiles so that my tanks can have a better time. Shilka also moved up to help these T-72Ms. Shilka gonna absolutely destroy that Gazelle Hot. The Matschützen trying to get in this building, so then we can have a better time against some of this infantry. See another Hot flying. Unfortunately, I smoked the wrong one. He did end up missing though, so that's still good for me. Another Hot gets too close to the Shilka, so we're gonna shred that pretty easily. See, we also spotted his B2 command. I'm trying to find it with this other infantry squad here, just to get it out of my zone. Unfortunately, though, I stopped moving him just a little too early. Should have really just kept him going up the hill, which now we're gonna do. But he does get stopped trying to engage the Grenadier Vultures there. So still don't have the line of sight to be able to hit that. He's just going to hide it in the corner. Slowly working out his infantry here. You can see I've moved up my T-72s while he's hopefully distracted over here just to go ahead and kill that B2. Then we're just going to pull that back. Get some supply over here to heal that guy up. And I'm also moving some of this Matschützen over here to maybe be able to deal with some of this stuff. Fortunately, though, we're kind of just out of range with the launchers, so not really able to hit that. And the autocannons of the French can actually do a lot more damage than I was anticipating there. 2 T-72Ms doing some nice job against the commandos over here. Trying to help my Matschützen, but we need more Matschützen to take this, so 4 more squads of those being ordered. Another hot missile comes out of nowhere, hits my T-72, so having to smoke that off to repair. this moment, I'm like, well, I can either get this out with artillery, or I can kind of go for a heavy bombing strike, maybe, against his tanks there. So I'm kind of debating what I want to do. Also, have this bomber coming in to deal with the Grenadier Voltiger. Help this Machusen kind of work its way through. It actually went for the commandos. Must have just changed targets there where I thought he was. We do make it out. Shilka can destroy that supply Puma. And while double T-72 here is trying to find the kills on these Milans. One at least goes down. And while the 15 AP on the LREX here, not going to be too concerning for my T-72Ms, just because we do have so much armor. But of course, as soon as I say that, an anti-char kind of appears in the rear, destroys one of my tanks there. You can see I've now marked his tank because I know where it is. And I've elected to go with a lot of bombers and a cluster plane just to basically get him out of there once and for all. So cluster going to be coming in. Drops. Does kill the AMX 30B2. So that's going to put me back at a +2. Does have a bit of a breakthrough going here, though, but we also have just tons of tanks in the middle now. And we're also going to start trying to hit some of these Rolands here. I do destroy the anti-char there that my Machusen was fighting. And just going to go ahead and pull back my tanks in case he has more anti-char or infantry kind of moving through here. And we've got all this infantry that's about to show up to basically re-push back in this area as well. So T-72 is now going to find the corner of the objective. We have this Machusen that's kind of helping us to spot things. So I'm going to be able to do some nice damage against the Milan too. Also see another AMX 30B2 command there. Going to go ahead and smoke both our tanks off. Just pull those back to resupply. So we're taking a bit of damage there, and I didn't like the Gazelle Hot just being able to open up on me. Shilka, though, sees another Hot 2, trying to deal with it. We do get hit in the side there with, I think, another Hot 2 here. But we get the one here. Now the Shilka can just protect these tanks as all my logistics can kind of heal that up. So he's basically using this supply again to scout what I have. But gonna go for the Hot instead. AMX RC there, trying to deal with my BMP-1s, just kind of sending these up to hope to maybe get a lucky hit here. Unfortunately, though, the accuracy not too great, a lot of missing, but we do unload all the infantry, so he doesn't really get any important kills there. Also run up this T-72 on the side here, so if he does retreat that AMX to the side, we can go and take him out. And yeah, BMP-1 gonna have a hard time against the anti-char, gets taken out instantly. But our Shilka doing a good job keeping back just the random helicopter here and there, helping to keep this T-72M groupings all together. He's trying to artillery where he thinks my command is, but since it's a command tank, he's not really gonna have much success there. We basically have this road to our rear cut off. We have this whole zone kind of kept together. He hasn't tried anything on the right, so we're still good there. And, well, we're just basically doing enough just to keep him out of the edge of the center. With 11 minutes, though, and basically over a 500-point lead, we're in a really nice position to close this game out as long as nothing catastrophic happens. We also purchased just a little bit more AA for the rear in case we need to move that over in case there's a lot of HOTS or plane spam that approaches us. And, well, this AMX-10 here, really good spot to move up these Machusen and take that out. I'm going to go ahead and fire that RPG, get a nice kill. And, well, AMX-10 hot, also coming down the same road. Gets taken out as well. You can see the napalm comes in. Does take out my infantry squad, but not going to let him escape there. 2 big 23 MLs. Enough to deal with that Mirage napalm. And, well, he didn't really get good value out of his napalm planes. So now, instead of just overextending all this and letting it die, get caught up by the artillery, etc., just going to go ahead and pull back, move our logistics to help heal that up, get some more infantry for the middle. just because we just want to play defensive now. Our attacks basically paid off. We don't really need to be super aggressive. I can just basically play defensive here and get some more reinforcements for this right-hand side. Make sure basically he's not going to get in to the corner of this zone. Do see another command coming here. Also another command here. So that does strike me as something I want to go for. Moving up both of these tanks. Just kind of deal with that. Do get shot by an invisible AMX-30 though, so just going to go ahead and pull that back. Get the logistics up to heal that guy up. Also have another good position with our mod shoots in here, allowing me to see what reinforcements are coming. Going to go ahead and elect to move the two from that were in these buildings. Just go ahead and push through, try and kill that P4. You also see the first probe on this right-hand side. Going to be able to get that VBL Milan. I did go ahead and preemptively buy a supply for this in case he did try and just strike us here. And now I'm getting basically my death ball, a bunch of T-55As, just so I can kind of aggressively run these through, deal with anything in his back line. We do spot the AMX-30B2 command with our infantry here, so going to go ahead and move up this T-72, try and find a shot on that. Do finally find vision, get our one shot off, and while it's enough to kill that, I'm going to go ahead and smoke before the Brennus can get another shot, and just pull that guy back to repair. Double Shilkas, doing a really good job with the group anti-char there. Just basically suppressing all this infantry, forcing them to retreat. So Shilkas are pretty cool at that. Shilka over here, dealing with this supply Puma. Gonna force that to go down. And well, now with everything spotted over here, our T-72s can have a really nice time dealing with that. Yeah, you can see just how much damage those two Shilkas did to all that infantry there. Really nice at pushing that out. And well, we've got this completely cut off, especially with our recon here. He's not getting over this bridge. And the Shilka gonna be able to finish him off. So more infantry reinforcements on the way. These guys were for the middle, but I am feeling like being aggressive again. Trying to completely kick him out of this point. Shilka again, gonna open up on some Sapuri. Very cool looking unit. Wish it was a bit better against aircraft, but still is pretty fun to use. That's the reason why I take it, just because it looks cool. And it's just, it's really nice with a cube beside it as well, because generally you can take out whatever plane there is as long as that cube hits. But Spartacus is gonna like to surrender there, as about 8 minutes left. Not really any way back into that game for him. Really fun game though. I really actually enjoy playing 7th. It's still not the strongest div out there by a long shot, but it is fun to play, and that's kind of why I enjoy it. And yeah, you can see just how good this Shilka is. Even though it's not great against planes, it's just a fun unit to use. And it did rack up quite a lot of kills there. T-72Ms did a great job as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy that one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later, guys.